celebrate the life and achievements of Hawaii's Olympic champion, Duke Paoa Kahanamoku, who along with his family was raised here in Waikiki. Duke was a full-blooded Hawaiian and symbolized Hawaii to millions of visitors. He was named after his father, who was actually born on the morning that the Duke of Edinburgh arrived here in Honolulu for a visit. And he was given his name by Princess Bernice Pauahi, who was a descendant of Kamehameha I.
Duke was said to have ridden a massive wave estimated at 25 to 35 feet to shore. This ride all the way to the beach fronting the Moana Hotel was said to be about 2 miles long. Duke developed into quite an Olympic champion, being the fastest swimmer in the world. He won gold, silver, and bronze medals at 4 Olympics. He's known today as the father of international surfing.
He became a hero when he rescued 8 people from a capsized launch off the shore of Corona del Mar in California. And interestingly enough, he completed the rescue using his own surfboard. The Duke exemplified kindness and humility and hard work and wisdom, all those qualities that are the basis of Hawaiian living.
Sounds like me. In ancient times, 4 kahuna from Tahiti came to Hawaii, whose names were Kapaimahu, Kahaloa, Kapuni, and Kinohi. They shared their incredible healing power with the Hawaiian people. Chiefs and commoners alike would come to get cured and to seek their wisdom.
When it was time for the kahuna to return to their homeland, they transferred their healing powers to these 4 specific pohaku. They did so by laying their hands upon the stones and imparting their wisdom and their essence of power for those people who were to be left behind. And legend has it that the stones actually came from Kaimuki, which was about 2 miles away.
On the sacred night of Pokane, thousands of Hawaiians brought these stones to Waikiki. When the sun came up, ceremonies were held. The 4 kahuna vanished, never to be seen again.
And it is still a mystery as to how the stones came from Kaimuki to Waikiki, because at the time they had no large domesticated animals or even wheeled vehicles that could have assisted them in the task. And you know, the pohaku were said to have weighed several tons. Welcome to Ainahau, which was once the home of the Cleghorn family. Archibald Cleghorn was a notable merchant and was once the governor of Oahu. He married Princess Miriam Likelike in 1870. Ainahau means land of cool breezes. And it was Mr. Cleghorn who lavishly planted the grounds of Ainahau as well as Kapi'olani Park.
Their daughter, Princess Victoria Kaiulani, Kalani Nui Kahi Lapa Lapa, Kave Kiu I Lunalilo, was born in 1875. She was immortalized in poetry by dear family friend Robert Louis Stevenson. He often read to her beneath the banyan tree located on the estate. The lush plantings included the pikake, the Chinese jasmine, which was named after her favorite pet peacocks that roamed the estate freely.
Princess Kaiulani was educated in England with the assumption that one day she would become queen. However, after a brief illness, she died at the age of 24. One could still hear the cries of her beloved peacocks as they announced the evening of her passing.
It truly has been our pleasure sharing just a little bit of our Waikiki with you.
So when you have time, please come back and visit the rest of this magnificent trail.
On behalf of both of us and all of the islanders of Oahu, a very fun aloha.
Join me each day here on Hawaii TV for the daily news. Find out what's happening around town while you're here. Join us on the hour from 5 to 9 in the morning and from 6 to 11 at night.
Anciently, the luau was a celebration to honor royalty and important visitors. In one remarkable place, it still is. At the Polynesian Cultural Center's all-new Ali'i Luau, guests are treated to Hawaiian delicacies, including melt-in-your-mouth pork cooked in an imu, a traditional underground oven, and entertained with a royal reenactment of the first luaus. But the luau is just part of the experience at the 42-acre Polynesian Cultural Center. Why settle for a typical Waikiki luau when you can enjoy a full day of Polynesian adventure, including 7 Pacific Island villages and the largest evening show in the islands for about the same price?
You know, there's another shop on Lure Street that people should take a look at, because the merchandise is a little different from the kinds of things you'll see in conventional stores.
You are talking about Nohea, aren't you?
Bingo.
That's not exactly a shop.
Okay, it's a gallery.
But they do have neat stuff.
Oh yes, they display paintings and prints just like the art galleries do. But I like the unusual items.
Ooh, have you seen those, what do you call them, hand-blown glass jellyfish or whatever they are?
That's Sataba's work. He uses ancient techniques to create his own original designs in hand-blown glass.
Those jellyfish, those things are wild, yeah?
Well, they're real. But personally, I love the boxes and bowls made from koa, milo, and Norfolk pine wood.
That doesn't sound very exciting.
These are exciting.
Oh, you would have to be talking about jewelry boxes.
Okay, some of them are, but they're all handmade in Hawaii. Koa wood with dovetail splines on all the corners.
Don't they even have Hawaiian koa wood rocking chairs?
Uh-huh. And tables and stools.
Ooh, looks valuable.
Right, but the artists set their own prices, so they're the same as at a craft fair. And of course, Nohea will ship.
That's a lot of merchandise for such a little gallery.
But it's easy to find. It's on the Diamond Head side of Lure Street in the Ohana Reef Towers.
Great food and good times are happening at Duke's Restaurant and Barefoot Bar. Located oceanfront, Duke's is dedicated to legendary surfer Duke Kahanamoku. With magnificent views of Diamond Head, diners enjoy breakfast buffets, casual lunches, and dinner featuring fresh island seafood and prime rib. And just steps from the beach, the Barefoot Bar offers the best tropical drinks and live performances by top island artists daily. Located in the Outrigger Waikiki Hotel, Duke's, the place to be when you're on Waikiki Beach.
America recovers from a worldwide depression, and tourism awakes from its snooze. It is the 1930s, the golden era of Waikiki.
It was a very festive affair, and it was a big day, boat day. Practically everyone in town went down to the pier when a Matson ship came in. The Royal Hawaiian Band was there to play. The Lurleen or the Matsona would come in, and when they got off of Waikiki, they would turn bow into the beach by the Royal Hawaiian, and they'd blow 3 long blasts. That's a welcome. Then they'd proceed to the harbor. Several tugs would take reporters and people aboard the ship to give them blades, and the journalists would go out, interview the big shots. We had a lot of school teachers during the summertime on vacation, They've read too many travel magazines and thought there were going to be as many eligible bachelors on the ship as there were women school teachers looking for husbands. The odds were against that. The dining room was well appointed. Food was excellent. Beautiful chinaware, crystal. Menus were extraordinary. We had many, many movie stars because that was the day before airplanes.
I'd like to go to Hawaii. It's quiet and peaceful there.
I'm on a holiday, I'm on my way to Honolulu. The days just drift along, the nights are filled with song. I hope that I'm not wrong in Honolulu.
My mama, Louise, had one of the first hula studios here in Waikiki. Bing Crosby was here also at that time. She became his choreographer for his movie, Waikiki Wedding. When Waikiki Wedding opens in 1937, Harry Owen's composition, Sweet Leilani, wins the Academy Award for Best Song, and it is Crosby's first million-selling record. Sweet Leilani, heavenly flower, tropic skies are just as they shine. Sweet Leilani, I think they're jealous of you. I love Leilani. Hollywood is in love with Waikiki.
She is my dear little sweet little town boy. She lives on Fishing Pond, with no boy in bed on the way.
Her version of a native dance done with taps. Pearl Harbor turns life on sleepy Oahu's topsy turvy. Martial law means censorship of all mail, phone calls, radio broadcasts, newspapers, curfew. The military issues identity cards, gas masks, nighttime blackouts. The military runs the ports. Tourism vanishes, and Waikiki is transformed overnight. Work hours and wages, housing and rents are now under government control. Food, gasoline are all rationed. Thousands of GIs and civilian workers add to Hawaii's wartime economic boom. Divers raise sunken battleships and repair them for service. Hotels become recreation centers for soldiers, sailors, Marines. Hawaii becomes a stopover for millions of servicemen en route to some of the most intense land and sea battles in our history. Patriotic Hawaiians spend 4 times as much on war bonds as mainland Americans.
As long as the songs of Waikiki are sung, and there are many, many beautiful Hawaiian songs, Maki Ailana, Aina Hau, Kaimanahila, as long as we hear the words of these songs that the composers wrote many, many years ago, describing Waikiki as it was, this is what keeps the spirit of Waikiki alive.
Now it's up to the people that are going to be here, what they're going to do with it. We had our time. We were all gone. Yeah. Most of our old buddies are out there in the ocean. Where are we going?
Especially when I entered the Royal Hawaiian Hotel, I get that odor of the lipoa and the sound of the waves. It brings beautiful memories. My uncles drew there, and they chose to be there in a place that they love very, very much. So we do try to keep this song very alive. All of this will never leave me. My land of smiles. This to me is Waikiki.
Early Hawaiians could stand on the beach of Waikiki, turn their eyes toward the Kolau Range, and enjoy a majestic view of the valleys and plains and mountains of Waikiki.
1 o'clock in the morning, sometimes I just go walk down the beach and visualize the hotels there, and visualize 200-300 years ago. You know, you should do that sometime. The beach has always been there. Diamond has always been there. The water has always been there. The great feeling in the air has always been there. Waikiki is a magical place no matter what.
The old folks used to open the car doors, and as you ran through the beach, you hem all your clothes. You took off your clothes and you went into the drink.